Kitty Cat, you gotta decide. Are you gonna be in this recording or not? You wanna make your debut to the people that aren't Rings of Power? We might have lost an eye and a Caleb, but we gained a new reactor.
Cat.
So, bitch.
Hi.
Yeah. We need you when we're desperate for channel clout.
Hey, everybody.
I'm Sam.
I'm Will.
And we are Working Title. Guys, we are back for another episode of House of the Dragons. This is season 1, episodes 8. Do we have a title?
Probably not.
Probably just episode
Right
8.
here.
Last on, we might have lost an eye, but we gained a dragon. Daemon and Rhaenyra sealed the deal. Blood, packed, married, and shipped off with all the fans that shipped them. And now we have to reap the benefits that you guys have sown. So guys, make sure you leave a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. If you are a green fan or a black fan, let us know. Explain your reasoning. Go to town in the comments. Go to war with each other. We're down for it, and we want to see what you guys have to say. Most importantly, check out the Patreon if you enjoy some of our other content, like anime. We got tons of stuff for you to check out. Most importantly, support the show. We don't own it. We're gonna punch it.
Wait.
Yes.
Alright. I feel like we must stake a claim now. Team Black?
Oh, yeah, Team Black. I'm with Corliss and Daemon and Rhaenyra. Damn, I'm sorry.
I feel like I'm leaning Team Black as well. But Aemon alone, I think, might win me over for Team Green.
How about this? We're going to see how Aemon is through this first episode, because we're probably going to get that time jump. If he leaves an impression, I might consider it.
Okay.
But for now, it's Team Black.
It's been near 6 years since I last saw my lord husband, Mason.
Yep. Time
I
jump.
must know. Will he live?
In the fighting, his neck was slashed by a courser's dagger. He fell overboard into the sea. The wound was severe. Much blood was lost.
Yeah.
But the greater concern is the fever that followed.
What?
That was way too soon. I don't believe it. You can't just put an audience into that and immediately expect us to think that. I don't believe it. Corliss is good.
Let all be made ready to receive him, Mr. Calvin.
So is he dead or is he dying? Burning from the inside does not sound good.
The sea snake is strong.
I am the sea snake's own blood. The closest kin he has left.
Is he trying to make a claim?
Yeah.
None can take your words for treason.
But what of the Valarian line? Is it to be snuffed out? Supplanted by the pups of House Strong? Driftmark is mine.
What are you going to do to the kids?
My cousin the king would have your tongue for this.
But it's not a king who sits the Iron Throne these days, good sister. It's a queen.
So the one who's really run the show is Miss Alicent.
Ooh, okay, where are we going?
The Dragon Glass Caverns.
Moving at 30 frames per second. Thank you, millions of people watching the show at the same time as us.
Oh, they're climbing. I thought the screen was frozen. They're doing like the Cusco thing. Emperor's New Groove.
Cusco thing?
Yeah. You remember?
Yeah, back to back.
Back to back.
Well, I think you and I would make a good Cusco and Pacha.
Pacha, yes. I agree. Looks like Dragon Glass. Yeah. No, it's not.
Oh.
This egg? Is this supposed to be where a dragon egg is? Yeah.
What?
How did a dragon lay its egg down there?
Huh.
He means to call into question Luke's legitimacy. And by extension, Jace, and by extension, my own claim to the throne.
Vaymond cares only about Driftmark. Has he made common cause with Otter Hightower yet?
Half
That's
is.
what I fear.
I was gonna say, is she pregnant? It seemed that
She was
way.
landing then.
My mind is not registering this relationship
Just
because I feel like it should be
wrong.
not public,
Not public.
not as comfortable as it is.
Well, listen, man. This pregnant didn't happen.
It did. The beach sex is very real.
I have to imagine that it must have been super, like, confirming of the first rumor once they got married. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, dude.
these halls feel hollow. Honestly.
Your guests have arrived, Your Grace.
I trust they've been welcomed as befits their station.
As you instructed, Lord Hand.
Oh, like, of no
It was
one
my
being around?
understanding Lord Corliss wished for his
So it was
grandson
intentional that it
Viserys
felt
to
so
succeed
empty.
him as Lord of the
I
Tide.
do beg your pardon, my lords. I must greet our guests.
Her outfit's very Cersei-esque.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, how's he looking?
Oh, there's cobwebs. He probably hasn't touched that in ages. That's sad.
Father,
Dang, he is.
Oh,
Oh.
my gosh.
He has seen better days, my friend.
I can't even recognize him.
It's been so long.
Dang.
The sea snake has taken a grave wound in battling the stepstones.
You were that 4 years ago.
No. The trike is resurgent.
Again. For like
Fighting is new.
the fucking 10th time.
There is a petition to decide upon the succession of Driftmark and the heir to the Driftwood throne. You are to affirm your position for Viserys to be Corlys Velarion's successor.
Something happened to Lord Corley.
there's someone we wish to introduce you to.
Oh,
Oh, do they already have a kid?
Oh gosh.
This is Aegon,
Oh no. Oh, I have another one.
Wait, they have two?
and this is Viserys.
Aww.
Gosh.
Oh, now that is a name. Fit for a king.
Dang, she's got 5 kids. God bless.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
He starts to realize what it took to make those kids.
Yeah.
Has a heart attack.
Take him out.
I'm sure he scares the children too.
My tea.
Yes?
Yes. Yes.
Bro, he's probably just drinking straight milk of the poppy these days.
Yeah.
Honestly.
On some high up stuff.
Literally. Is he about to say that?
Yeah, he can tell. It ain't just tea.
I brought you here immediately.
Oh my
See no
god.
one else, Your Grace. Is Diana, Your Grace? If it please you. I understand you found yourself in some trouble. I didn't see him. I asked him to stop, Your Grace. He did.
Dude.
Truly.
Which one?
You must believe me.
Take your pick, I feel.
It's probably the one that was jerking off out the window.
Oh gosh, she's gonna kill this girl.
I hope
Can't
not.
let rumors get out about her children being
Thank you
Rapists.
for telling me that. I believe you.
I feel like she's gonna do something super fucked up. I feel like something horrible is gonna happen.
There's no blood tests in this world. Just send her to some far off land.
To anyone, Your Grace. It's my role, my life.
Send her away. Send her away. Give her money and tell her to never come back.
I know you won't.
Dude, why does every person in the show suck so much? For your troubles. Well, at least she paid her off, I guess. I don't know if that's supposed to be any fucking good.
Your Grace.
Alright, so,
They're doing the Rhaenyra thing.
birth control?
Yep.
So, fun fact about this. I saw a theory online saying that people think...
Who's Melisandre?
It's
Yeah.
best to be certain.
If this lady's Melisandre, that'd be cool. Sorry, that throws off from the moment, but...
She does look like her. Man, hope you feel great about this.
See, I feel like to some level Allison can relate to the girl because of like her relationship with Viserys was such a
Drag, yeah.
yeah,
Get up.
not preferable to
Aegon.
her. Oh yeah, give him some shit, please.
The girl. Aegon, the reason fleeing from your company.
Oh, it was just having fun. She didn't need to go get upset about it.
Well, no shit,
The
you're the
shame on
king.
your wife. On me.
She has,
How
he
can
has
you
a
keep
wife.
carrying on like this, especially on a day like today?
Why? What is it to do?
That slap needed to be way harder.
Yeah.
I didn't feel that enough. I need that Tyrion Joffrey slap. That BAM!
I can't stand the wailing of women. I'm telling Mother. And you can't. You're talking to a king!
And now I've struck a king. Did my hand fall from my wrist?
You are no son of mine.
Oh, see, that's when the line is deserved. I like that.
I did not ask for this.
Oh, shut it.
I've done everything you've asked me to. And I try so hard, but it will never be enough for you.
No one will have sympathy for you. You stupid
Have you seen
fuck.
Diana? She's supposed to dress the children.
Show me the other son.
So that's the other daughter.
So this girl?
Yeah.
Princess Rhaenyra and Prince Daemon. It's been so long since we were granted the joy of your presence.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember this?
It was a great last
Or
time.
this?
Your Grace, what can either of us know of ruling a kingdom?
I do not rule, as you well know. My father and I mere stewards of the king's will and wisdom.
And how exactly is that wisdom expressed? I'd be surprised if he could remember his own name, or if you could.
King Viserys' condition has worsened since you saw him last.
It's a shocker.
It subjects him to considerable pain on the advice of the maesters.
Oh, the maesters. Of course. It is they who keep him addled on milk of the poppy while the High Towers warm his throne.
Rhaenyra, if you see him without
For the king's suffering, did the maesters also prescribe the removal of Targaryen heraldry and the installation in his stead of various statues and stars?
Yeah. I was gonna say, I noticed that too. The 7 is
a
everywhere.
certain path to remind us of a higher authority.
And on the morrow, which authority will sit in judgment of my son's claim on his own inheritance?
That will be mine. And the hands. But be assured the father is just and commands me to forget the accusations you have held in this room today.
Feeling like we're in the days of the sparrows again.
Yeah.
It looks exactly the same. Oh, look, come on.
Ah, yes, this is where our father's death sentence was made.
What's your problem?
Who's staring at her?
Yeah.
It's yellow. Oh, in the background.
What?
Eye patch.
To Driftmark.
Osfath. Wait, was that Kristen Cole with him?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he.
Oh, wow.
I love him so much.
The Last Kingdom?
Yeah.
See, that's what happens when Kristen Cole puts in the work for all those years of training.
Well done, Marquis. You win in 20s in no time. I don't give a shit about 20s.
You know, real stuff.
Nephews,
Fight me.
have you come to train?
Mm-hmm. Quite a difference in Grossberg.
Yeah.
He was the small little one, and now he's the tall guy.
The fake.
Willis! No, damn
It's
it!
the fake sea snake.
I saw the flags.
Hold your nerve, my queen. What we do for the good of the realm.
He may yet live.
But we must be prepared if he does not. The next Lord of the Tides will be deeply in your debt, Your Grace, as will Driftmark, in all its strength.
This would be great if Corlys actually just rolled him. It was like, I'm not sick.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't taking my throne, and Luke is getting it, or whatever
That
his
would be
name
preferable.
is. Yeah, but I feel that
Grandmother?
that is not going to happen.
Might I speak to the princess alone, Lena?
This is very awkward, man.
You intend to advocate for yourself. This is no fair proceeding. It is a trap. Set by the Queen in the Hand, I'd wager, to proclaim my son illegitimate.
Yet you did worse than that with Laenor. Did you not?
I really wish they could tell them about Laenor and be like, he really wanted this.
I loved your son.
Why wouldn't you just tell her the truth?
I'll make you an offer. Back Luke's claim, and let us betroth Lena's children to mine.
There you go.
Baylor
Keep
will
the
be
line
queen
together.
of the Seven Kingdoms.
A generous offer. Or a desperate one.
What does it matter?
You're right in this, at least.
What do they say? It's about names, not
It does
blood.
not matter.
That's what
Corliss.
Corliss said, yeah.
You can bargain with me all you like.
I'm not gonna like
Bring my granddaughter with you to soften my resolve. But tomorrow the High Towers land their first blow.
Oh man.
They force you to your knees. And I must stand alone.
Well, I guess we're not getting any support from that side of the family.
So is that no go for the kids, or is that something completely different?
I think that I think the princess is gonna let it play out with the High Towers. She'll still advocate for herself, but she's not gonna play into Rhaenyra's hand. Yeah.
The Son of Ice and Fire, do you believe it to be true?
I still do. I still do.
You told me it was our duty to hold the realm united against a common foe. By naming me heir, you divided the realm.
Yeah. Unintentionally so, but yeah.
It's crazy. All of this is like really Damon's fault. If he didn't shit on him in the beginning, we wouldn't have this crazy split that we're having now. What?
If you wish me to bear it, then defend me.
What is he gonna do? Are they gonna roll him out on the throne in a wheelchair? They didn't even invent those yet. Brandon didn't get one to
Bring him
way
out on a
later in the game.
Bring him out on a gurney.
This is really sad. Ugh.
This show is so freaking weird, man.
I feel like he's like already like a quarter mummified.
He looks like a mummy. He looks so. His neck was so thin.
I wish they would say how old he is.
I want to have supper after.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To like kind of grasp, like, is it just illness that's plagued him, or?
I think it is, because Otto hasn't aged like a day. Old age has served him so well.
Well, and Damon too. Damon's just his younger brother. Right?
Looks perfectly the same. Like, I can believe he's 60.
Yeah.
And this is just what's happening.
Dude. Man. Is he sitting up?
He's sideways, and he's missing an arm. And they're not going to bring him in front of a court. They can't. His face is too, like...
Oh, look at his back.
They could do the thing from the guy that had leprosy in the Middle East in Kingdom of Heaven. Mask him up. Don't show any of his skin.
I'm curious. Where is Larys? We haven't seen him this episode.
Oh yeah, the weasel.
My queen, the history of our noble houses extends beyond the Seven Kingdoms to the days of old Valeria. I am Lord Corliss's closest kin, his own blood. The true, unimpeachable blood of House Velaryon runs through my veins.
As it does in my sons, the offspring of Laenor Velaryon. If you cared so much about your house's blood, Sir Vaymond, you would not be so bold as to supplant its rightful heir. Now you only speak for yourself and for your own ambition.
You have chance to make your own petition, Princess Rhaenyra. Do so then with the courtesy of allowing his to be heard.
Bro, Aegon in the back right there was like a crackhead.
What do you know of Velaryon blood, princess?
We keep
I
it
could
pure.
cut my veins and show it to you, and you still wouldn't recognize it. This is about the future and survival of my house, not yours. This is a matter of blood, not ambition. I place the continuation of the survival of my house and my line above all. I humbly put myself before you as my brother's successor.
Speak up.
Thank you, sir.
Somebody else petition. Don't let the fake snake take that seat.
Princess
please.
Rhaenyra.
If I am to grace this fast with some answer, I will start by reminding the court that nearly 20 years ago in this very...
Oh, who that?
Corliss? Oh my god, it's the king!
Viserys of House
And he's not covered up.
The the first of his name, King of the Andals, and the Roynar, and the First Men,
And the first man.
Lord of the Seven Kingdoms. and
Yeah, be
protector
scared,
of the
Otto.
realm.
Look at everybody, man. Oh.
Bow your fucking heads in respect. God damn it.
I wish the best for you, Viserys. Give one last hurrah before you fall.
Make one
This is
last
good.
statement.
This is gonna change everything for Daemon. Oh, he has a mask! It's, oh, it's covering the bad part, okay. He's doing half measure half measure all through his life. Instead of just coming in with, like, the death mask. I'm your king.
What movie was they did that in again?
Kingdom of Heaven.
Yeah,
the prince of the nation was
I
wearing
remember
that.
with the full, he had the white robes.
Yeah.
And the mask. Yep.
This one just looks like Phantom of the Opera.
This can't take any longer. Someone just pick him up and walk him over.
Man, what clever ass man came up with that mask quick. They like strapped that thing too.
Best smiths in the Seven Kingdoms.
Gendry's lineage, one of the Baratheons, made that thing quick.
I will sit the throne today.
Tell him. Tell him. Tell him. I'm so proud.
Dude.
I'm so proud of you. His final battle.
I said I'm fine.
Oh.
Oh, God.
One thing I do love about Daemon, which is one of the redeeming qualities of the Lannisters too, is that they put their family, like Jaime with Tyrion. As much as I can dislike Jaime, same with Daemon.
Yeah.
His love for his brother is charming. And respectable.
It's sweet, yeah.
I feel like no one really puts value on Viserys other than Daemon in this whole show.
Yeah.
He's the only one who treats him like a king. No, he doesn't toy with him.
Yeah. Or try to take it.
He occasionally whispers.
Yeah.
But compared to what everybody else does.
I do not understand why petitions are being heard over a settled succession.
When Corlys ain't
Anyone
even dead.
present who might offer keener insight into Lord Corlys's wishes
His wife?
is the Princess Rhaenys.
Aw,
Indeed, Your Grace.
giving her some choice in it.
Yeah. She would the one that would know her husband's will the best. Is she gonna cause a war with this stance right now? Will she choose violence right now?
Come on,
It was ever my husband's
Team Black
will
or Team
that
Green?
Driftmark passed through Sir Laenor to his true-born son, Viserys Velaryon. His mind never changed, nor did my support of him.
It's true.
As a matter of fact, the Princess Rhaenyra has just informed me of her desire to marry her sons Jace and Luke.
We bring them together!
No way.
A
She's
proposal
staying
to which
Team
I
Black.
heartily agree.
Well, the matter is settled. Again.
That's what you get.
You break law and centuries of tradition
He's the
to
king.
install your daughter as heir.
He's the law setter.
Yet you dare tell me who deserves to inherit the name Velaryon? No. I will not allow it.
Allow it. Do not forget yourself, Daemon.
Yeah. A firstborn son that didn't amount to anything.
That is no true Velaryon.
I understand you.
Yeah.
I even support your opinion on the matter, but you're gonna get yanked.
Viserys is my true-born grandson.
You may run your house as you see fit, but you will not decide the future of mine.
That's fair enough.
My house survived the doom, and 1,000 tribulations besides. And God's be damned.
If I give it to some bastard.
Not see it ended on the account of this.
Yeah.
Say it. Yeah, say it. Say it.
Do it. I mean, I'll respect you if you do it.
Yeah.
I get it. I'd be furious too.
Her children are
Oh no! Shoot!
She is a whore.
Oh no!
Mad respect thrown at you.
He's dead.
Oh.
Have your tongue for that.
Yeah, right! Bro, sit up. Sit up. Sit
Father?
I'm so sorry, neighbors. Oh, that is so disrespectful to the Valerians overall, but I got it. Don't speak up when Damon's in the room with you. Get him killed in an alley. Not in front of his face. Oh my gosh.
Bro, he just cut his head in half.
That did not have to be that visceral, but that was so good.
Bro.
Dude, I can't. That is...
Oh my god, look at him! Look at him!
Oh. He got so disrespected, but man, he did go out like a G. I mean, he stood his ground in full confidence and said, "You guys are disgusting."
I respect it.
Ready for its return to
I was annoyed with him, but I expected it.
The stranger has visited me more times than I can count, Grand Maester.
Damn, yeah. She's lost too many recently.
This show, oh, I can't put that on screen, but this show is so twisted in the sense of all the people that, like, are genuinely standing up for their values are, like, the ones that are getting massively shit on in this show.
Yeah.
And all the ones that are, like, the fan base I feel likes the most are the ones that are really doing all the skeeviness. Like, you guys gotta remember, Rhaenyra and Daemon should not be a supported thing. The things they have done should not be supported by people.
Literally, these two, the two sides that we are left to root for are really bad.
That is the only reason I actually enjoy somewhat of some of the green characters, and why this show is actually really compelling, because they really make you... I can't be with one side or the other. I'm kind of just a watcher, and that's it.
Vaemon probably had one of the coolest deaths.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah. I'm not forgetting that one.
Corliss's not so important brother.
How good it is to see you all tonight. Together.
I venture to say this is the last time this will be happening.
Yeah.
Right before we begin.
To the young princess and their betrothed. Here, here.
Well done, Jace. You'll finally get to lie with a woman.
Let us toast as well.
I hate that
Damn.
kid.
Yes, Sarah.
I feel like he's just gonna face plant the table.
Yeah.
It both gladdens my heart and fills me with sorrow to see these faces around the table. The faces most dear to me in all the world, yet grown so distant from each other in the years past.
Oh shit. Is he going to reveal? I feel like this is going to be horrible.
It's going through. I saw a hole through his mouth, Will. I saw a hole going out through his cheek.
My own face. No longer a handsome one.
Yeah, it's missing. On that side,
If
he's...
indeed it ever was.
Oh, poor guy, dude.
I wish you to see me as I am.
He literally looks like a monster.
Your father, who may not, it seems, walk for much longer among you.
Bro, put that shit back on, please.
This looks like Imhotep from the Mummy.
Your feelings in our hearts. The crown can stand strong. The house of the dragon remains divided. If not for the sake of the crown,
Bro,
for the sake of this old man.
Aemond is just on bad timing. That's it.
So dearly.
He literally, you can see in his face, he just wants blood.
I love my father. But I must admit that no one has stood
Yes.
more loyally by his
Yeah.
side than his good wife.
Yeah.
She has put up with
a lot.
Like the
She's
relationship.
difficult to live with, and for that she has my gratitude. And my apology.
Your graciousness moves me deeply, Princess.
David's
We're
like,
both mothers,
are you about to apologize?
and we love our children. We have more in common than we sometimes allow.
True.
Yeah. You guys were besties
I
at
raise
one
my cup to
point.
you, and to your house. You will make a fine queen.
God, I wish this show would actually have a happy ending. You know what I mean? Where they would actually like be able to work together.
Yeah, I constantly forget that Alicent's not to become the queen. I constantly forget that.
When Viserys dies, Rhaenyra, in theory, is supposed to take the throne.
And it's like Alicent has all the worst benefits of being a queen to not ever be the queen. In reality, I mean, Rhaenyra got to do everything she wanted.
I'm telling you.
Dude, I hate this kid so much. Don't even say anything.
I regret the disappointment you soon to suffer.
I hate this kid.
But if you wish to know what it is to be well satisfied,
He's
all you
Joffrey.
have to do is ask.
Chase.
Bro. We just made... Oh, God.
Is this Apache? Did Apache just stand up?
Yeah.
He's like, what's up? You have a problem?
The ultimate protector of his brother.
To Prince Aegon and Prince Aemond.
Yeah.
To you as well.
To you as well.
You are the beast beneath the walls.
I would like to toast Baela and Rhaena. They'll
Beast
be married soon.
beneath the boards?
Yeah. Have you heard about her? Like, all her random sayings have been, like...
On the post edits, I've heard the random crap she's saying.
But it's, like, telling of what's happening, or, like, what happens next.
Is she prophetic?
Yeah, I think so.
She's given the rare gift of prophecy. Maybe she'll tell us that Season 8's gonna be fixed.
Beware the beast beneath the boards, is that what she said?
I was scared someone's gonna jump out and bite somebody's leg. Or there's a monster among us, which I feel like could be everyone.
I feel like someone's about to die. Nothing happy ever happens here.
What's happening? Something feels off, though.
I know.
Something feels off.
Is he dying?
This is the best time to die while people are happy.
Bro.
This kid. Bro, I can't believe how different he looks and how, like, he looks so much older than all these other kids. What?
Why is he laughing?
Final tribute to the health of my nephews. Jace. Luke.
No.
Each of them handsome, wise,
Check your wine.
strong.
Aemond.
Come. Let us drain our cups to these three strong boys.
I dare you to say that again.
Why? It was only a compliment. Do you not think yourself strong?
Damon. Damon's the only one that can deal with this
Wouldn't
motherfucker.
go now.
Unhinged meet unhinged.
Yeah, literally. There's like a young... It's a young version of him.
Yeah. It's like facing his own devil.
He is on bad timing.
Dude. Yeah, they should be brothers. Let's go have a little talk, a little powwow between two really crazy people.
It's best, I think, if we go back to Dragonstone.
You've only just arrived.
Are we really making up now?
What the That's the arm you sliced me, bitch.
Dang it, man. I just want them to be happy and friends. Why can't we have these
I would
nice
like that
things?
too.
Oh no.
Damon Assassin's Creed mode again.
A hooded man approaches.
Where are we in King's Landing?
Oh!
Viserys!
What's she called? The White Worm?
The White Worm.
Bro.
Did not think she was coming back.
Is it Damon?
Said it, hooded man.
It's been quite a night at the castle, Sims.
Oh,
Yeah,
her. Melisandre look-alike, right? That was her.
Yeah.
Do you want it to know? If I believe it to be true,
What?
his dream,
Oh.
the Song of Ice,
Oh shit, don't spill the beans to her.
it is true. What he saw in the north. The prince that was promised.
He's spilling the beans. The secret.
The prince is in the north.
No.
To unite the realm against the cold and the dark.
Is he talking about Jon Snow?
I don't know.
It is you.
It is you.
Oh, now you're tripping. Alright.
You are the one.
Who is he talking to? Man, he is really just like a half-breathing corpse at this point.
I can't imagine.
Oh.
Take his pain away, please. You hear the wind settling too.
Oh. Damn, what a way to end the episode.
Guys, if you don't want to watch the preview for the next one, turn away. We are going to be watching it. We'll talk about it at the end of the post talk, though.
Yeah. Bastards.
The king is dead.
Oh. Well, alright.
I'm glad the suspicion is done, though.
You told me you wish for Aegon to be king.
Oh.
The door remains shut until we finish our business. None can know who you are or what you seek.
Who's that?
Who's over there?
I found out something you should know.
Oh no, dude, I can't tell.
Seizure! It is treason at the least!
It looks dangerous next episode.
Have you never imagined yourself on the Iron Throne?
Good, guys.
Alright. We will not talk about that till the end. We will leave that be. Pretend we never saw that.
Alright. Well, y'all, that was episode 7.
8.
8 of House of the Dragon. So, I have to ask you in the comment section, because my brother was talking about this show, and he says he has like read up on what is going to happen. He got curious and he wanted to know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I said, so what do you think's going to be the next show? And he said, well, isn't there going to be more of House of the Dragon? I was like, well, I thought it's going to be done at season 1. He was like, there's no possible way.
Yeah.
So he thinks there's going to be more.
Yeah, I know.
This story.
I know that I was reading that that there was a chance that this story would be capped off at season 1.
Okay.
But then there was also, like, I saw some people said that the show's going to run for 3 seasons and just be this story. I've also seen other people say that this story, that it could be a, like, different Targaryen tale each season. I don't know. It's hard because this whole season has been jump to jump to jump to jump. I'm like,
I'm like, what are we coming to? It feels like we're coming to the end. That's why I was like,
yeah,
wow. We because I remember people were saying that we're doing condensed moving through the story.
Yeah.
And that we're moving at a proper pace, and I was like, okay, so does that mean we're wrapping up? Like we're wrapping up to the end, and then where all these new characters are coming into the question, I'm like, man, we're only gonna be with them for 2 more episodes. It would be kind of a shame, like.
Yeah, the thing is that it feels weird because on one hand, the show has moved so fast through everything that I don't really like. Okay, let's just say. In theory,
we get more on it.
There is a battle for who is heir, and we start a war over it.
Yeah.
If we start a war over it, are we really going to go into next season and play? Like, I don't know how long. Like,
how far
we
the
don't
books
we
have
don't
left.
know we don't know how much. Like, we don't know what happens next. But if these people face off. Is it going to be like? Are we going to get like a 1-year time skip or 2-year time skip or 3-year? It just this is my one gripe with the show, and I really am enjoying this. It's just so weird to go from Game of Thrones, which like it almost felt like each season was a year, because like you have stuff where like Arya goes from like little girl to adult woman, Sansa, same thing. Jon goes from like. A young teenage boy to like a man.
You can obviously see the years in which they are filming these in like a solid year progression.
And but even like the stories feel like they're paced out to be that kind of time.
Yeah.
Whereas like this, because they keep just changing actors and swapping moments, I feel like we lose out on like the little things. You know what I mean? Like where I feel like Game of Thrones did better. Now, granted, there was a shit ton of, to go off of with the books to create all this extra dialogue and interpersonal relationships on how people interact with each other and how they feel about this person, where it's like this show moves so fast, it's like I have no idea what Princess Rhaenys feels about any of this except for the fact that she thinks that her, from last episode with Corlys, that she thinks that her kids are bastards. She gave up on the dream of ruling a long time ago. Like, she just wants to like put this all to bed and just stop losing family members. Whereas, like, we have no idea, like, what her opinions are on all of it as a whole.
Yeah.
So, I feel like that's the one thing that would be... It would be weird to me if this season ended and then we went to a more slower-paced, like, war season.
Like a big, drawn-out season.
Yeah, because, I mean, that's the... I mean, what
How
else...
crazy would it be if it's like you get to the halfway mark and the story's over, and then we learn that House of the Dragon is just going to be the full 200 years leading up to Daenerys' departure.
Yeah, like if they did it and just progressed all the way through up to
House of the Dragon's
Robert
pretty
vague,
vague term for what the show could be as a whole.
Yeah,
to be fair, so they could do that.
And I mean,
and that could work with the rumors of people like Henry Cavill.
Playing a character as
maybe he's not Aegon the Conqueror, or maybe he is for
in a flashback, or a vision of some sort.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if the story is going to play out once it's done. Once the season's done, I feel like at this point maybe it won't. But it also the show feels like not just the season's coming to an end. It feels like everybody is coming.
It feels like everything's coming to a head. Yeah.
Yeah, or a head. Yeah.
And then just to jump into the episode, we started
with Corlys being away at sea.
Being gone and potentially dead or injured. And
yeah, he hasn't
MIA.
He hasn't passed away yet, but he's got a fever. He got injured in battle with the Triarchy. Once again, these fuckers are still around. And he has a fever of some sorts that his brother Vaemond seemed to, throw out the idea that a lot of people don't come back from this. So
yeah, many people get prematurely killed by fevers, no matter what form of medicine you might be capable of having at this time period.
Yeah. That would be really shitty if we don't get to see him again. I feel like that's
we'll see him.
Yeah, no, I just feel like that'd be a really shitty send off for him.
I feel like
I enjoy
he's
his
like one of the big
character.
heads. Like if you're thinking of Team Green versus Team Black is Corlys, Daemon, and Rhaenyra. Those are the big heads of the group. You can't lose one head before the battle between the colors even actually goes down.
The battle of the colors.
green and black.
Yeah. Green and black.
And then the big heads of Team Green. Viserys ain't one of them. It's Alicent, Kristen Cole, because everybody knows Kristen Cole, and then at this point, Aemon.
Yeah.
At this point, Aemon.
And Otto, too. I feel like Otto, Alicent, and Aemon. And then maybe Cole and Larys as well.
True. They got a lot of players, man. I feel like they've ranked up in my in how I've seen them between this and last episode.
Yes, but Aemon is definitely one.
Yeah, we got banter between Vaemon and Rhaenys, just talking about what they want to do with the decision making for who takes over Driftmark. Vaemon's heart and mind is in the right place. He's thinking, look, I'm not having these kids that
have no ties to us.
No ties to us. Yeah. No technical blood tie to us. Take over our castle. They're through the Targaryens that aren't even Valyrians.
Yeah.
Valyrians. Whatever. The Seahorse clan. They're not even a part of that, and let alone they're bastards of the other family. There is nothing connecting them to us. I get that.
Yeah, my only issue with it is that this isn't your house.
It's not his.
It's not his.
It
would be different if Corlys was the one saying this, and I would get that. And Corlys has his opinion. He's so focused on the legacy of House Velaryon. That's how you say it. Velaryon. He has the reason why is because I remember Viserys screaming it and Corlys.
Such a weird name to have when it's
Valerian is Velaryon.
I wish it was just Valerian, which I've said the past 7 episodes. Yeah. I'm sorry.
But Corlys wants the history books, whether you agree with him or not. I get it. But again, it's his brother. It's not Vaemon's decision. To me, at least. It's not up to him. I mean, at minimum, it should be up to Rhaenys, because she's the one, she still has the heirs. She's got her granddaughters that are legitimate with Daemon, or from Daemon and Lena, their first daughter, to me, it's I don't know. I get where he's coming from, but it's also it just isn't your decision at the end of the day.
It's also kind of priceless, and they brought it up in the court episode, the court scene of how he's talking about keep the bloodline true. The Driftmark throne should be passed through blood.
Yeah.
He's doing it. He's doing the opposite instead of name, which is what Corlys is going with.
Yeah.
He's doing it by blood. And what's funny is we missed it. And I didn't understand it until the post edit.
Oh,
the laugh from last episode.
The laugh was to distract. Because I rewatched it with my mom.
Yeah.
After fact, and I realized that was what happened. Now that Daemon was laughing to sway away from the insults that Vaemon was throwing out towards.
That's so priceless because he's talking about we as what is it Valyrians as Valyrians keep it pure. But it's technically, if you just let Daemon get what he wanted, that would be the most pure version. So I think it's also a giggle at the fact that, okay, this is typical.
Yeah. But I think too that Daemon was deflecting, bringing the attention on him in that moment instead of it, because
the slight at his.
Well, because Vaemon was directly looking at Rhaenyra when when he was talking trash about her.
The children too.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
To me, that's kind of how that read up on.
Yeah, we were talking during that part trying to figure out what the hell was happening, but that made sense.
Then Bela sent a little note via Raven to Daemon and Rhaenyra, letting them know what is going on.
And side note, they got 3 more dragons. 3 more.
They got 3 more eggs. Yes.
Yep. 3 more on the add up on the armies of the Team Black.
Yes. So Rhaenyra and Daemon decided to go sail to King's Landing to try and win the favor of the High Towers really at this point.
Yeah.
And
giving milk of the poppy to tame the king while the High Towers warm the seat of the throne.
Yeah. I mean, that's as clear as anything as to what is going on at this point in the story.
I won't lie, it is definitely hard for me to read the intent between of characters in moments, because you have the moment with Daemon, like he's whispering to the king to try to get his favor when him and his wife now come to talk to him, and it's like, is he doing this to be seedy like he's always been, or is it because he's also trying to make sure the balance is fairly weighed because he believes that the High Towers might be doing the same thing? Because you know, when like situations like that happen, like you might go into a situation and you might be trying to help sway an opinion on someone, but it's not for evil intent. It's also because you feel like they might be in
doing
the
the
wrong.
same thing on this other
like
side.
somebody else might be improperly giving advice to a king when they are in a situation being taken advantage. And it's really hard for me to tell, because there are moments where I don't think Alicent has the worst intent for her husband, because like they said, she has been a loyal wife as best as she could.
Yeah.
But it's also like, I don't know, because then there's Daemon coming in, and to be fair, like we always say, while he's a bad person, with his brother?
No, not as... I mean, like, other than the crude joke about his, you know, his dead son.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably, like, the worst thing in memory. You can go in the comments and correct us if you want, whatever. But that's probably, like, the worst thing that Daemon has done to his brother specifically. He's done plenty of other horrible things.
Mm-hmm.
But that's probably about it. And honestly, I really do think that it's more so an Otto playing snaky than Alicent.
Yeah.
Because Alicent, at the end of the day, is playing defense, or was playing defense more so for her kids. You know, I mean, like, that scene where, I mean, to me, I feel like that's the most, that is the most impactful scene on Alicent's character for this point in her life, is Otto leaving her, like, officially, after he got fired. And was like, yo, I'm just letting you know, when Rhaenyra becomes queen, she's going to be coming for your kids with a knife, like, at their throat. No matter how old they are. So, like, you need to watch out. Which, you know, whether you agree or disagree or think that's going to happen, that kind of has motivated Alicent to be who she is today. You know, outside of the differences between them of, you know, Rhaenyra living a more, like, free lifestyle versus Alicent who's kind of sacrificed for honor and, you know, and duty, if you will. Whereas Rhaenyra's kind of, like, fucked around, for lack of a better term, to, you know, enjoy the life that she wants to live, but not really, like, preparing herself for the throne and the prophecy that was given to her by her father.
This show really is like a tale of bad karma, in my opinion. Like, I feel like the situations that have escalated so much are just because of, like, the little things in characters' early developments of their life to lead to bigger disasters later on in their life choices. Like, a great example is the first big karma that was obvious to me was Daemon losing his wife in childbirth, of which he insulted his brother for with the death of the prince that lived for a day.
And he was also left with the same exact choice.
Same exact choice. And then you got people like the little kids. It's hard to blame little kids because little kids are stupid, but like the little pig thing with Aemond and bullying Aemond. And now look what we got. Now we got this, like, eagle-eyed devil, to be honest. He's scary to me. He's really scary to me, and he's going to be a problem. And it's a creation of the system of relationships.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy, too, because, like, you know, jumping to the end of the episode, that dinner table, that Rhaenyra and Alicent... You can even blame Otto and Viserys. I would first. I feel like there's levels of blame.
There's levels
because this all started with the battle of the adults. Like because initially, if you remember in episode 1, Daemon didn't like Otto, and Otto did not like Daemon. Like they were shitting on each other because Otto didn't think that Daemon was a suitable heir to the throne. Everybody thought Daemon would ruin the kingdom. Probably right, but you know, like they.
But we will never know.
But we will never know. But those two had it out with each other. Because of that hatred between the two unironically had passed down throughout, like Otto using Alicent created a divide between Rhaenyra and them, and because Rhaenyra and Alicent have a divide, now all of their kids hate each other.
And you could say that Daemon's influence over Rhaenyra has also caused part of the problem with the relationship towards Alicent, and vice versa. High Towers, the Ottos, like you said, influence to his daughter. Like, we will not know how the relationship between the girls would be if Otto and Damon's beef didn't exist.
Yeah.
And that's crazy to think that this all stems from, like, two guys just beefing over theoreticals.
And, you know, what's funny, too, is they never even really... They didn't interact in that first episode at all. They never had, like, real interactions, but anytime the other is brought up and... You know, when one is brought up in the other's presence, they both have a lot of disdain for each other. And that's funny because the show doesn't frame it as, like, this is the main beef. But, like, but that is the stemming beef. But that's the catalyst. The battery's about to die.
We'll be right back.
But they don't frame this as the main beef, as those two, but that is where this kind of all starts and stems. And the worst part is that Otto and Damon have never really, like, made peace, because even in the last episode, when, after Damon's wife had passed away, he made that comment to Otto of, like, even though the leash grows fat, it's still sucking, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, you're still back for more. And they're, like, they still feel that way about each other. And now, 6 years later, Rhaenyra and Alicent have officially, like, made peace. You know what I mean? Like, that dinner,
I really hope they do. It is so hard for me to read those women. Like, I will say, Alicent has always seemed sweet to me until some of her radical mom moments, which, to be fair, I still think there's valid reasons for that. But Rhaenyra, even though she does dirty stuff in her life, she doesn't ever seem like a mean person either. So it's so annoying that these women aren't friends.
Well, that's the thing, is Rhaenyra has never directly done anything to harm...
malicious towards her.
She's never done anything bad to Alicent. Alicent's just taken everything she's done as a slight because Alicent's had to sacrifice. But then on the flip side, Alicent's, like, frustrations have been genuine in the fact that, like, when
Rhaenyra gets away with things.
Rhaenyra gets away with things, and I mean, even
she's a daddy's girl.
Yes, she is. And even last episode, when her son loses his eye, I mean, what mother wouldn't want to stab someone?
That's why I felt that. That's why it was frustrating to me. Like, I could understand going and attacking. Like, once again, I said it's a mom moment because I know how my mom can be. Like, when things
Mama Bear type of thing.
Mama Bear. It's a real thing. If you haven't watched Game of Thrones and haven't met Catelyn, for Pete's sakes, I don't know what you are doing in this conversation.
Catelyn slit a random girl's throat just cause.
Just cause.
Yeah.
I mean, she's vicious.
Yeah.
She's crazier in the books too, dude.
Yeah.
But, like, that's why this show is so frustrating, because the potential for peace is so...
It's there.
Accessible. And I feel like no one is, like... This is just, like, the show is, in one word, misunderstanding is how I feel is this show. There's so much misunderstanding with people and their relations to one another.
Yeah, but the problem now is that the misunderstandings led to real violence. Like, the problem is now, because of last episode, and attacking Rhaenyra and scarring her, but firstly, taking Aemon's eye, that will never... There will never be peace over that.
No.
Well,
and it will never sit well with him either.
Of course not. Even though he had that badass line of, you know, like, I lost an eye but I gained a dragon. It was a price worth paying.
He'll forever feel slighted.
The issue is that because of those children bullying him, he will never make peace with them. And so now you have a Targaryen with, you know, even though he is the second son, he has a legitimate claim to the throne, more so than the bastard kids, and he has the strongest dragon on the planet, you know, versus two kids that...
I forgot about that.
Honestly, Jace and Luke they don't strike me as
surviving type.
Yeah, as the surviving type. Like, they would survive off the backs of Daemon.
At this
point. But they do not... I mean, they don't seem to be, like, physically great. Jace has a good attitude, but he also is kind of stupid, you know, in some aspects. Like, not just in learning Valyrian, but he also just seemed like he's not able to read the situation well and, like, play it off. And the other son, Luke, doesn't even, like, you know, he was like... He said... what did he say to Corlys last episode? It was something along the lines of, I don't want to be Lord of the Tides because if I do, that means everyone else is dead.
Everybody else is dead.
He doesn't even want to be in this. He's like, just let me chill. Let me not be a part of this.
And it's also just like they have also been born knowing that they are strong. So like they've always known that. So there's always been this weight over them feeling like they don't belong in this situation either, which can very well make them feel dismayed from ever feeling part of a thing that people already don't want them to be included in.
They are getting the Jon Snow bastard treatment, but are being forced into royalty. To have to be present, to have to be like, to try and be accepted in these spaces that they just aren't going to.
Okay, before I forget, while we're talking about Jason, his brother. So, like I said on the Melisandre talk, I listened to the same channel, listened to a couple theories. So fans are talking about the distinctive choice between the hair of the two boys. One is bushy, one is wavy.
One being that the oldest is Sir Kristen Cole's son.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Now I don't know how that works with books, but I know the show's already taken some divergent paths. I don't know if there's like anything what I'm saying is I don't know if the theory crafter has more to base that off of. I also don't know how prominent those characters are. But if they're not super prominent and that's just a fun thing the showrunners are doing just to throw in little pieces, I thought that was cool because the hair is very different. And they are wigs. They're the one kid with the long hair, it's a wig. And I was like, that was a distinct choice by the hair team to make it straight.
My only thing is that
and Harwin's drawing is curls.
It is a lot of curls. My only question about that is the timeline, because Rhaenyra had her hookups, and then it seemed like not too long after
she got with Harwin.
Well, not too long after is when she got married to Laenor. So when did Harwin and her start hooking up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how long was her marriage to Laenor to when she had the kid? Her first son. Because Rhaenyra said that her and Laenor did try, and it just didn't work. So I would imagine if they tried, they probably tried on their first attempt to have a kid. Then Rhaenyra probably started hooking up with Harwin. If the Cole thing doesn't work out time.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's...
Whenever the Cole thing happened, it had to be before the wedding. Before he became...
Well, it would have been... Yeah, it would have been before the ride back from Driftmark where he was like, no.
Where he disconnected from her.
Yeah. Or where she told him no and he, tucked his balls between his legs.
I feel like there could be enough time before her baby bump starts the show, before Laenor and her trying to do things.
Yeah, it just depends on how... Yeah.
I bet it was like, if it is Kristen Cole's kid, it happened before the wedding and all that, and then...
That would be a good twist if they could pull that off, just to see where does Kristen Cole after Kristen Cole's all his bullshit of shitting on these kids, if he realizes one is his son, how is he going to feel now?
Yeah.
That would be cool. That would be a cool twist.
I also wondered to what capacity Kristen Cole now plays in the show, because he feels pretty minute and compared to what the show is right now.
He really wasn't a part of this past episode, and he wasn't really present in most things.
Yeah.
But as we know, he is sworn to the Queen.
He is.
So, sorry, my gripe again with the show. Even that, we didn't even get Alicent and his conversation. On the verge of him taking his own life, we didn't even get to see how that interaction played out. We just see a fast forward, 10-year jump where he's like, "Yeah, fuck that bitch." She is a C word anyways.
Maybe I just assumed it was like a don't kill yourself. You're just gonna be my guy from now on. I will protect you because of the heinous crime you committed, but from now on, you're pledged to me. I don't know.
I get that, but it just would have been cooler to have an actual conversation. Because I'm sure it would have been well written, and it would have been heartwarming in the moment, and then would have made you even more mad when he became a total dickhead in the later episodes.
It's a good point. I want to talk about Eye Patch Guy.
Okay, I have to say, he is scary. Aemond.
Yes.
And it's so weird, because if anyone has watched The Last Kingdom... I keep telling you to watch the show. I don't know when you will. He is a main character, but he's not like one of the three, if that makes sense, or one of the 4 or 5 main characters. He is an integral role in the show, but his name is Osferth in the show, and he plays a monk.
Okay.
And he's like a really sweet kid. Like
I've seen one scene of him.
He's really sweet, and so it's just funny to see him like you see him develop as a man and build more into like the fighting off enemies type, but he's not anything like this. So it's wild.
So what is it like for you?
It's jarring because I'm actually scared of him.
He looks good. He
looks
good.
great.
His face. Okay, his face is like. You guys, I don't know if you've noticed, like most of these people in the show have like normal heads. I'm not even gonna bash what I'm about to say because I think their heads are cool. Matt Smith and Aemon have like. You would almost think they have extensions in their jaw, like how Ian McKellen, who plays Gandalf in The Lord of the Rings, has a big nose added because it's such a defining feature. And now people can have those big noses in real life, but Gandalf has a big nose and Ian McKellen doesn't. Yeah. So I'm just blown away because Matt Smith in real life has like this monolithic, huge fucking like square face. Even Laenor, the second guy they casted for the show, I was saying I liked Laenor young at the tournament, and I like him as an adult. I think the middle one doesn't match up to the other two, because the one in the middle has this gaping huge square jaw, and it's fine. Maybe it was just a casting decision last minute. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was a little jarring. But just Aemon's face is protruding down. He's got this.
I think
face.
part of it is the wig too. He does have a long face. I'll send you this picture.
Oh my gosh, it looks completely. Oh, that's a long
more.
face.
That's a more longer.
The other one's it's just very defined. Like these are very weird.
He's got strong features,
but it works. It works with Aemon as a kid too.
Because the kid had kind of had a elongated face as well.
The best casting on the show so far for me is Aegon Window, and then Aegon now. He is like the same freaking person, and what's funny about that is he's shorter than his brother.
Yeah, the only thing is the old Aegon had like a really pointy face. This one has.
He looks like he's been eating too much. It looks like he's just been like his cheeks have like filled in where his Mike from Stranger Things face was skinnier.
Possibly. I don't know. I think if you looked at their pictures side by side, you probably need to. It would be kind of like where it's like, oh yeah, actually they don't look that much alike. Their attitude is pretty similar.
And I'm annoyed. I feel like we really didn't get a lot of good close-up shots on the Valerian girls.
Yeah, they were just all in passing.
It was really frustrating. I wanted to get some like good looks at them, and I feel like they was one quick shot with when the moms were talking, but it wasn't enough for me to like really recognize her face.
They showed a lot of Bela, the older one, because she was always standing by Rhaenys, the princess. Like in the courtroom, she was standing right behind her the whole time. So you had like a good look at her. But the younger sister, I forget Bela's younger sister's name. Yeah. But they kind of just did it in passing at dinner. It was like, you will be a great lord.
Like I can't even tell you the brother of Jace either.
Luke.
I cannot picture his face if you told me to draw it.
He just did the stupid Weasley thing where he laughed when they set the pig in front of him.
Yeah. I don't really recognize those. I feel like they need a little bit more prominent shots. Because even creepy little spider girl, I can at least picture her face somewhat. Because she at least got like a scene.
Yeah.
Very quick as it was weird.
But back to Aemond. Yes. He is scary.
Aemond.
His fight with Kristen Cole in the beginning, he looks like a menace. You know, he's gonna be a problem, and if anyone's fighting him, it's gonna be Daemon at the end of the day.
Kristen Cole has fought well with these children.
Yeah.
And what's funny is it's unfortunate because Aegon I thought was a good fighter in the last flashback or last time.
I think he was just taking advantage of little kids, really.
True, but I thought he had some cool maneuvers, but it doesn't look like he's practicing like his brother now.
No, he's too busy getting drunk and essaying people.
Yeah.
So.
Kill that kid.
Yeah, that kid.
Let's go to
Vaemond, the courtroom scene.
Vaemond, I do respect him seriously in that's like
balls of steel.
That's like Sir Barristan Selmy, like telling off Joffrey to me. Like I'm not gonna have
melts it down and add it to the others.
Like and like it was pretty. I mean, he told the king off. He told the king like
in front of everyone.
We got a system that we had in place. You're not gonna switch this on me now.
Yeah.
Like if we're gonna do this hierarchy of how we decide that the Targaryens belong on the throne properly through blood, you're not gonna tell me that we're not gonna do it either.
Yeah.
You're not gonna tell me that we're we're not going to follow that law too, and that we can just have random bastards come take this over. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's very fair. And
I understand that.
His death is super unjustly, but man,
that was one of the
crazy.
I have only jumped up out of my seat. Actually, jumped up out of my. No, that's not true.
Attack on Titan.
Well, yes, that's the one time I did Attack on Titan. It happened a couple times on other shows. This is the first time since we've been here that
I can't. Dude, that was. And so unexpected. I thought he was gonna die. Not that
way. Not that way. I didn't think that Daemon would just come up and...
I didn't have time to process that. Daemon, Dark Sister has served him well.
Well, yeah.
He sliced completely through the Fish King.
Clean.
And I would like to blame it on the grayscale ruining his body, but I think
that
that
just
sword
proves
is just...
that it just did it just as well.
He just sliced through skull like it wasn't even a problem.
They even...
It
was so clean, Sam, that they held his head... They put his head together on the table for the the sisters to fix up, and literally it was a clean slice. You could see the bottom of it, or you could see where he cut in the middle of his jaw, and the tongue was still sitting there. Crazy. That was one of the wildest death. I didn't expect that to happen. Yeah. I don't have your tongue. Oh, okay.
The court scene was pretty good overall.
Yeah,
I liked the king walking in, like his final debut.
Yeah,
to show off what he's got.
Yeah, and make a long-lasting decision.
Yeah, and I even like the scene that he gave power to...
Rhaenys.
Is that his sister?
Cousin.
Cousin? I liked that because she's felt slighted. I don't know if Corlys and her are just projecting their feelings on the vote system that happened because they feel like they were, not properly counted and cheated out. I don't know if that's true or if it holds weight, but I'm glad that he honored her and gave her power in the say, even though it didn't work out for Daemon. It didn't work out for him, but I'm glad that she got to have that moment and make that decision for Team Black and for Rhaenyra and the boys. And
that was nice, and I mean it benefits her. Her real kin are going to benefit, and now they are going to be at the end of the day, it works out because the boys carry the name Valerian. Her daughters bring the blood. You know what I mean? It fixes, it corrects the problem.
As close to a fix as possible.
Yeah.
Because Laenor ain't helping that line. And his sisters.
And he's seemingly unable to perform in that situation, so.
Yeah. The dinner?
Viserys is, missing half his face.
He needs a coin.
Yes. He literally... That was very Two-Face-esque. Yeah. Very, very Two-Face-esque.
And a lot of the children fighting.
Beefing, yeah. Aegon telling Jace that he's not going to know how to have sex, and then offering to please his betrothed wife while he's also married. We didn't even talk about Aegon in the beginning, too, but we'll just... Whatever. Those two had their problem. Luke laughing at Aemond. Well, first Aemond stepping up to stand tall against Jace when he stood up when he was mad at Aegon, and then Luke laughing at Aemond when he has the pig in front of him again, and that causing the whole, cheer. That's why they laughed. Yeah, do you not even realize?
No.
Yeah, they set the pig right in front of him. That's why Luke was chuckling.
Oh, they're so stupid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those kids are idiots.
Oh my god.
They definitely took off after their fathers.
They're so dumb.
Yeah, the strong blood is very stupid.
Sometimes you just gotta know you're not gonna win a fight.
No.
That's so dumb.
Yeah,
Aegon's also. There was also that scene with the girl, which she didn't die.
Diana, yeah, they gave her money. If that helps, I guess. I don't know.
I'm just glad she didn't die. I don't know. I mean, I can't fix the situation. I'm just you know what would be? I wanted this to be a thing. I don't think it will be a thing now, but. Because of Aemon standing up for his brother at the dinner table, I thought, did he stand up for his brother at the dinner table?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, that's annoying because I wanted him to kill his brother. I thought he would be the type of person that would kill his brother and take the throne because I don't like Aegon personally. Yeah. I'm sure the whole world doesn't like Aegon. I don't know what I'm saying, but Aemon just looks like a cooler contender to be a throne stealer.
Yeah.
So, guess I'm not getting that because he was defending his stupid ass brother. Yeah. And. Alicent trying to make peace, and with Rhaenyra, Rhaenyra stepping up at the table, and she's done that quite a bit. She's actually tried to make a bridge again with Alicent many times in the show, I feel, trying to like rekindle a relationship. I think they tried to do that after the father and her got married at the party, and trying to like, I remember back in the day Viserys was like laughing, like, oh, you want to go see the art gallery? Sure. And she took the step to make Alicent feel comfortable, and then there was the moment with the breast milk coming through the shirt, and before that interrupted everything. She tried to make peace with her at the table, standing up with her. And even today, like, Rhaenyra, as despicable of her decision-making with Daemon is, I feel like she's so sweet.
Yeah, that's the thing is, even though Rhaenyra has made bad personal life choices that probably aren't helping her claim to the throne, she has tried to do relatively right with Alicent. Has tried to apologize numerous times in front of people, not just in private. She's tried to make peace, and Alicent has generally turned it away. But it seems like Alicent, I don't know if it's the sentiment of, Viserys saying, like, yo, I'm probably going to be gone soon. But
just wanting to make him feel happy in his last moments with everybody together. Yeah. And Rhaenyra's coming back, too. She says, I'm going to take the kids home, but I'm bringing the dragon back.
No, she was saying she's going to send the kids off, and she'll ride back on Dragonback on her own. So she's going to stay a little longer.
Okay.
And then there's 2 more scenes. So let's cover the first one first before the last one. So Rhaenyra, after the night before the court scene, Rhaenyra comes to her father's bed and says, like the prophecy, like the Song of Ice and Fire, do you still believe it? And he kind of, I forget his response to her, but he wasn't really responding.
Yeah.
Then when he's suffering on the night that he dies, Alicent comes and says, what do you think? Or hey, are you okay? Whatever, drink this. And he starts talking, and he says, A Song of Ice and Fire, I believe the dream of what's coming from the north. It wasn't a Jon Snow thing. He was just reiterating the prophecy that he told Rhaenyra at the end of episode 1, where he said, like, Aegon the Conqueror dreamed of something bad coming from the north, and like essentially the prince that was promised has to defend it. So because he spoke in mumbles and broken speech, he said, Aegon, I believe it's true. A Song of Ice and Fire, Aegon, mumble, you are the prince that was promised.
Yeah.
Or the prince that was promised, you are.
But Jon is Aegon.
Yeah, but he's talking about, I guess in fairness, but you could say that from the original prophecy.
Yeah.
You could say the original prophecy was talking about Jon specifically too. But regardless, Viserys was saying that I imagine personally that he was saying he thinks that
his Aegon is the Aegon.
No, remember Rhaenyra. He's talking to Rhaenyra. Like he's responding to Rhaenyra, but like a day later. I think he's saying that if he's not saying directly that she is the prince that was promised, but that it's going to come from her, if that makes sense.
Her
lineage.
But
she did name a kid Aegon.
Yeah.
So, and remember the whole, I can't remember the exact vision, but the other problem is that you remember he in the Hunt episode, he was standing by the fire with Alicent, and he was talking about how he always had this dream that he told Aemma, his first wife, about the baby sitting on the throne with a crown, and that I believe our Aegon is going to be that, you know what I mean, or something along those lines. So Alicent is now taking this situation, probably remembering that past conversation, and completely misconstruing it, thinking that he passed on with his dying wish that Aegon should be the heir.
Yeah.
Which is now...
Is that where the next episode preview comes in?
And that's where the preview comes in. So if you don't want to listen to the preview...
Go away. Hope you guys have a nice day, guys. Shout out.
Like the video. Now...
She's making Aegon.
She's saying that Viserys said that Aegon is...
She's going to take it as a stamp of approval that Rhaenyra doesn't need to be on it anymore.
Yeah. And now it seems like that everyone's getting locked up in the house.
Yep, they're doing shutdown mode.
And they're doing shutdown.
Everything in private, no public view of any of it.
Yeah, Otto said everyone stays in this room, so I'm guessing they were in the throne room when they said that. But it even looked like they were moving, like Rhaenyra looked like she was locked in a bedroom, but then it looked like they were moving everybody to the dragon.
Baelor.
No, that was the dragon's thing again.
Dragon pit, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Huh.
My only other thing, my question for you.
Oh gosh.
What was the White Worm doing with the Melisandre girl? What do you think? Because we didn't see.
I didn't even know she was going to be back in the show, so I got no clue. I told you in that book I read, it just said that her and Daemon had dealings, so now it's like... But that didn't even cover like where we got in the story. That was like episode 1 and 2. So now that she's back, I don't know, like spike people's drinks and kill them from the inside? Like what could they possibly do?
I don't know, but I mean...
But they have an in with Alicent, that's the only thing.
Yeah. And so the issue is that Rhaenyra and everybody went home. I don't know where Daemon is, but Rhaenyra's still in King's Landing when all this shit is popping off. And I'm afraid that... Because Larys said that he has a way to deal with her. So does that mean Larys is going to try and have her assassinated?
It would make sense for the Master of Whispers. Or the Spider, I should say.
The Spider, yeah.
The Spider, the original Spider, potentially. Yeah, and then there was also the quote at the very end of the preview where it was like, have you never once pictured yourself on the throne? I would assume that's Rhaenyra to Alicent saying like, oh, you're telling me you've never once thought of yourself as being on this position? Or have you always had treasonous thoughts about overthrowing me?
Yeah.
Kind of. Basically, the Spice is back at it again with the girls.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know if I caught a whole lot of other stuff. I thought I saw some fighting.
Yeah, I saw like Kristen Cole.
And
it looked like he was fighting a Kingsguard commander, which probably is
also,
the
who's that Eric guy?
I don't know. They kept bringing him up.
I was like, am I supposed to like recognize or like, is he a new player in the game? He's got a man bun or like long hair.
Yeah, they said Aaron and Eric.
Huge ass beard.
They also in the preview had someone. They gave someone an order, right? Someone with long hair that was walking away. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it's gone now, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it.
Yeah. That. I don't know. I'm excited. I mean, we only got 2 more weeks for this, so.
Yeah. I don't really want to wait. I want to watch these shows. Luckily, I just restarted my audiobooks of the Song of Ice and Fire series.
Yeah.
It is long. I forgot how long that crap is.
I read through the first book. It's not a pain to get through, but it's just that there is a lot. You dive through the whole way.
I'm approaching the 10-hour mark, and that's technically not even the 5 episodes in of the show. I still have about 20 some hours left to go. I think that's where Cripples, Bastards, and Broken Things are in the show. Catelyn's about to arrest Tyrion at the end of the spoiler for a new show, or sorry,
outside the Eyrie.
Yeah, or before she's gonna go there, but yeah,
right, the Riverlands. Never mind.
That's exciting stuff, guys. Go read one of these books, audiobooks, and don't spoil it for us. Make sure you leave a like on these videos. Subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. We'd appreciate your support. Help us get to 50K. We're gonna do a fun video when we get there. You gotta be there and help us get it to that moment. For now, we're gonna punch it, guys. See ya. Bow.